Well, Whitebot, thank you for 43 months. This is something about the new that makes them real. Something about the new that makes them real. I don't know what you mean, Whitebot. Other washing machines are available. Yardam Hain, thank you for 2 months. Hello, Nutters. 1 year anniversary for Rob White. Thank you, sir. Happy anniversary. News. Oh, there is something about the news that makes them real. What were we talking about, Wyland? It won't fit under the countertop. The small backhoe is the only thing that will fit. Blimey. They're all a standard size tray, so I don't get that. They must have made a space that's like non-standard. No floating fat man, it can't load or unload. That way. Your washing machine lies to you. I think my washing machine makes me fat. Every time I take something out to try to put it on, it feels like it's a lot smaller. Therefore, I must be putting weight on. It's about 45 centimeters deep. I want to keep the door in a cupboard. No, wait, Dre. If you've got a cupboard door on the front, you probably need to get one of those, you need to get the unit mounting ones that have, they're a different size, because they take into account the fact that it fits inside of a unit and has like doors on the front, so they're a different dimension to a standard a freestanding one. Your shampoo adds extra body. Don't get a stackable tailspin. Why? Yeah, integrated. That was the word I was looking for. Yeah, integrated ones are a different size to freestanding. Dream Trucker, 45 months. Hooray! Condiment Services, thank you for 16 months. Could I have some more black peppercorns, please? Condiment Services. Yardam Hain, hello, Nutters. Slow down. What is that? Wait, is that a golf buggy? What is this? I need to go and have a look. Oh no, don't leave! Oh, I'm going that way. One sec. What do you mean trailer damage? What? That's not an ATV, that's a golf buggy, I'm telling you. Dives down the inside, iRacing style. Yo! That was a typical iRacing move. Torpedoed the corner. It's not an ATV, it's a golf caddy. It's one of the buggies you drive around in when you're playing golf, and you can't be bothered to walk. Yes, it is. It's a quad with a roof. Yes, it is. No, it's not. Oh, yes, it is. Donkey, 43 months. I can't be as much as I'd like to, but I still support as much as I can. Donkey dude, enjoy yourself, bro. Whatever you're doing. Mr. Gibbons, how are you, sir? It's behind you, Chippy. Oh, no, it's not. 25 miles an hour? What's going on? "555 divorce." I'm tired, Mr. Gibbons. I've been away at a flight sim event all weekend, and I've had too much to drink and not enough sleep, and I'm tired. But apart from that, all good. How's the racing? They have more powerful engines than golf buggies. Oh no, they don't. Everything is awesome. Welcome to the house courtesy of Whiteland. Everything is awesome. I reckon Whiteland just gifted himself a sub. I reckon that's what just happened. Thank you, Whiteland. It's from Lego Movie. Yeah? Whiteland likes Lego. Oh no, I'm not Peter Carr. Lego is life. Not if you stand on the pieces, donkey. Are they gonna make a Meccano movie? I'd actually watch that. I prefer Meccano to Lego. Dry Whiteland's gonna break something. Chaos for Hire has gifted a sub to the British Tax Authority. Thank you, Chaos. Welcome, British Tax Authority. Okay, I'll go. There's a farm sim horse running around. Yeah, otherwise known as the Inland Revenue. Actually, they're called HMRC now. His Majesty's Revenue and Customs. It used to be Inland Revenue, who did tax, and Customs and Excise, who did, like, duty, and they put them together, sacked a lot of people, and said, right, you all do the same jobs, but you can do each other's jobs as well, and then they call them HMRC. Efficiencies, baby. Mr. Wyland gifted a sub to Twitch Watches Pokemon. Twitch /s watches /s Pokemon is what I see, but the name's Twitch Watches Pokemon. Twitch is weird. Rip.
Konnichiwa, Squirrel-san.
Ma, I am the biggest troll streamer you will ever see. Just wanted to hear you say that, Kappa. What a scumbag. Thank you, Ma. You change your Wi-Fi SSID to HMRC surveillance band to make the neighbors paranoid. I mean, I can see where you're going with that, Dr. D, but I wouldn't want to have anything that attracts attention. Like, that might attract somebody to try and hack it. Chaos for Hire has gifted a sub to Dr. Disrespect Live. Oh my god, Chaos. That's it? You never know, we might get him to try trucking. Wide angle lens and no depth perception, good times. It's like, the mirrors just make it almost impossible. It's like, it's stretched and weird. We'll just do it this way. Actually, there was people selling drones at Flight Sim Show. They had this drone that was on Kickstarter or something. It was like 150 quid. And it had like a HD camera built in, 1080 HD camera built in. It was like really small as well. There's a mod to fix it, man. I'm sure they did something in the game, didn't they? But they changed an option. Because some people didn't like the change in the mirrors. I remember that. Field of view mod. Well, there was something, didn't they make? It's like realistic mirrors or something. What was it called? Or did they just move it to console instead? Do you not remember, like... It's a console command, yeah. Do you not remember, like, a couple of months ago, they changed the mirrors, and there were so many people just going, where, that they put it back? Even though it changed it to, like, proper depth perception, but instead of making it an option, I think they made it a console command. And therefore, the only way to do it is either with a console or with a mod. Mini-cons, not that. Set. Does anybody know what the option is? It's not a set option. Mirror, no. G-Phys mirror. G-Physics mirrors is set to 0. One sec. So if we do that... Maybe you have to restart though. I bet you have to restart to do it. Nearly hit level 37. So, if you look at... Come on. Track IO, what are you doing? Alright, my track IO has just gone nuts. 1 second. Let's restart. I always wondered what it was that did this, and now I know exactly what it is. It's the American Truck Sim console that does it. You see how this pause option here is on Alt /, and right, like just before that mirror, I looked at the mirror and I paused my track IR by pressing Alt /, right? Oh, you can't see anything. 1 second, sorry. There you go. So here's track IR, right? And you see the action here, pause, is on Alt /, right? So if I press Alt / with my left hand, it pauses track IR. So if I move my head, nothing happens, right? Now, what I did was I sat in the cab and I looked at the mirror and I pressed Alt / so it stopped moving. And then I brought the console up and set that command. And then all of a sudden, I couldn't unpause my track IR. And the reason I can't unpause my track IR, if I click this now and I press Alt /, watch this. It's now no longer Alt /, it's now it's Alt 226. And even worse than that, if I was to bring up like a notepad or something, if I press Shift $, it goes to $. If I press Shift £, it goes to hash. If I press hash, it goes to \. You see what's happened here? It's like it's done something to my Windows to like remap my keys. I've gone to like an American keyboard or something. If I press Shift £, that's what I get now. And if I press hash, I get that. And so now my / key has been remapped to 226. Somehow the American Truck Sim console has changed my keyboard setting in my Windows to be a US keyboard. And it happens a lot to you, Cuddle. Try Alt and Shift. What do you mean try Alt and Shift? So how does it do that and how do you fix it? It happens to you all the time and your Shift 2 goes to @ Right, so Shift 2 for me should be a quote. If I press it, I get an @ Why does it do that? Set as an English US keyboard instead of English GB one. Keyboard, check the keyboard status. What it's in here, is it? Yeah. Quit with the Alt F4, Control Alt Delete. It's boring. How do we set it? Window records the last use of each window. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Language panel. So I've got US and UK, so can I just remove this one maybe? No, I can't remove it, look. It says it. Look at this though. It says, is that enabled? How do I enable this one? Windows display enabled. You haven't installed USA. Right, so if I haven't installed the US keyboard, how the heck is it changing it to US keyboard? Inside language you have keyboards. Yeah, no. Just remove the US. But apparently I don't have it because I can't remove it. Options preview. Alt Shift switches between key layouts. So if I press Alt Shift. No way. So Alt Shift has now put it back to what it should be. So hang on, if I do this now and press Alt /, I now get Alt /. That's actually amazing. Right, okay, so thank you for that. That's now fixed that. So I press Alt and Shift and it gets rid of the problem. That's awesome. So that's a GG. For a bonus, I'll give you a piece of cake. I'm not promising to post it. I'll give you a piece of cake if you can tell me how to stop the problem ever happening. Is there a way to stop this from ever happening? No, I didn't do Control / that was /. / is nowhere, is like in a completely different place. Remove the other keyboard. So I can't remove it. It won't let me remove it. The remove button is above the list of languages. Okay. Why it's not here, but okay. Right, so that's gone now. So do you think it'll never happen again? Do you think it'll never happen again now? We shall see. We shall see. Start up American Truck Sim. Well, anyway, some people in chat have this problem, and we may now have fixed it for you as well.
Happy anniversary.
Let's come back. Sunday night keyboard fixing. Dude, this problem's plagued me for ages. You wouldn't believe. Like, at first, it happened, and I couldn't work out what was doing it. Like, what the heck changed my keyboard to American? I couldn't work it out. And then I kind of started to realize that it was, I think it was American Truck Sim. But literally just then I realized exactly when it was happening. Yeah, because I paused my track IR and then I did something and suddenly I couldn't unpause it. And at that point I knew exactly what it was. What I do find amazing is how can a game in a console change my keyboard layout? How nuts is that? So I unpause now. There you go. Right, so that's, we'd have to see the before to see if that's different or not. Use physics mirrors is 1. Okay. And I can still pause. Right, so that's not changed my mapping, because I can still pause, look. So yeah, basically it stops it being like a horrible wide angle. It stops it fisheyeing, so you can see less, but what you can see, you have better depth judgment on. Just those exhaust stacks are in the way now. But anyway. So Alt-Shift to switch between, or just remove the other keyboard. Cobydale, 31 months, Squirrel, keep up the great streams. Thank you very much. What a rusty car. It's not a car. It's scrap. When you type in the console, it automatically uses the US keyboard regardless of your settings. Okay, but do you... Okay. But does that problem then only exist if you have the American keyboard installed as well as your... Because, like, what about people in Europe who have... I don't know, say somebody like Vrome who has the Dvorak keyboard. Is it going to suddenly throw him into the US keyboard when he does that? The mirror view also moves you when you enable side-to-side movement track R. Yeah, I tend not to use side-to-side that much. You have Hungarian keyboard and it uses US. I could understand it doing it in the game, but why does it change it for the entirety of your Windows environment? It's crazy. Use AZERTY and the console is QWERTY for you. That must be really annoying. It is messed up. That's what it is. It is messed up. It shouldn't... Wait, wrong button. They shouldn't do that. System. No, let's not go that. Let's try and go east or southeast or something. Great, all the jobs go west. Yay! Because Windows can't distinguish between them, it's one of those features. The console wouldn't have changed it. Chances are when you were doing Alt/, because the slash is next to Shift, you hit Alt and Shift. Well, that's a reasonable explanation, Josh, except there are people in chat who say it happened to them a lot as well. And I don't know if they have track IR, and I doubt they use the same key mapping that I do. But you could be right. I mean, maybe the console didn't do it. Maybe I did it. But then again, people are saying it forces US key. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the solution is. The solution is to move to the US. And then just have an American keyboard and never have the problem. Oh, this is all going the wrong way. Dude, I've been busy, OS4. I haven't missed anything. I've been busy. Give me a second. OS4 Hawks with 2-year anniversary. Do you know why you never see an elephant hiding in a tree? It's because they're good at, it's because they're so good at it. That's rubbish. Golden acorn for you, OS4. Thank you for 2 years, sir. Happy anniversary. Cobbydale 31. Keep up the good, great streams. Thank you, Cobbydale. Doyle has not yet made an appearance. Right, I want some... There we go. That's what we're talking about. That would be even better if it was going to Ontario. That's a nice job. Right, we'll have to teleport over to Portland for this.
Happy anniversary.
I hope I never see that problem again. No PO box tonight, although I did get, 1 second. I don't know if you saw the PO box we opened on Thursday. 1 sec. There was one PO box item on Thursday that we opened. As a result, I don't have any now, but this was the item in question. Basically, it's a Scania t-shirt. That's what's on the back. And the front looks like that. There you go. So yeah, pretty cool Scania t-shirt. Nice. So that's... We don't have any more PO box at the moment, but I have heard that some more is on the way. Gamer Matty, have a good one. Let's see if we can change the style of these things. Triple refrigerated. Alright, we'll just take that then. Boudreaux, 8 months. How's Oregon treating you? Personally, I'm happy there's finally a state that isn't 90% desert.
Welcome back.
I actually like Oregon State. It's as close to like Canadian type stuff, like trees and mountains. I'm really pleased with it. All right, Chris. I hear a Doyle. Whoa. How are we supposed to, like, reverse in here with all these things here? We're in the car park. Thanks. Hang on, let me just reverse into this trailer. No, Segar. You can set the software to auto center if you want, but I don't. Like, it's not like the wheel in your car does that, is it? Can't see a thing. There we go. All hail Doyle, the actual star of the channel. Yep, he's here. Alright then. Jules, what have I missed? I had to have a bio break. You missed us fixing a US keyboard problem, Jules. And Lord Doyle of the Shire is here. Stop feeding him. Flippin' heck. No, he won't. Doyle. Come on. He won't if you tell him not to. Say, hey. Hey.
Ay, 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 ay.
The smell, Doyle. Chris94, good evening to you, Doyle and Mrs. Squirrel. Oh, hi, Paul. Oh, hi, Chris.
Happy anniversary, Nathan.
Hey, Brett. Say hi, Brett. Hi, Brett. Thanks for coming from Guam. Trucker Chris, 10 months, getting close to a year of great content. Keep up the great work. Thank you, dude. Oh, you had a haircut weeks ago, Mustang. That's a while. At least 2 weeks, wasn't it? Yeah, he's all manky again, so that's fine.
Aye.
You can't keep a terrier clean for very long. Jules, hello, Mrs. Squirrel. Hi. Yeah, don't. Jules guy, you know what I mean? Yeah, we'll just ignore him. Yeah. Dre say, Paul says thank you to Mrs. Squirrel for the cake. It's amazing.
Did it get there okay?
What, Dre? I gave it to him?
Yeah, no, but okay when you unwrapped.
Was it okay when you unwrapped it, Dre? And Brett had a load of cake. He's in Amsterdam now, but he had a bunch of that cake. He had the strawberry and white chocolate. Dre had the apple and cinnamon. I'm not sure between Somi and Durka who got what. Brett says the strawberry cake's amazing. It's more than okay, says Dre. Like I say, it just won't be crispy on the outside like it normally is. But then cake's not meant to be crispy. But Mrs. Squirrel's cake's lovely when it's crispy. Nice save. You're doing some proper ASMR here, Dawn.
Been practicing. Just been working up to it.
You always burn your food. I had a problem this morning trying to toast the bread in one of those toasting rack machines. You know, like hotels, you always have those machines that are like a rotating rack, and you put bread in it, and then what comes out the other side is never, ever perfectly toasted. Never. Because you put it in, and like, it comes out looking almost as white as it went in. Apart from one side looks white, and the other side looks slightly toasted. So you put it back in again, and then it just instantly nukes it, and the smoke starts coming out, and you're like, oh, great. So you take it out, set the smoke alarm off, and go back to your table with burnt toast. It's like, great. It's just so annoying. I just want some toast. Give me a toaster. It was burnt on a quarter on one side. It really was. Dre, it really was. Say bye-bye. Say have a good week. See you later. You know what somebody needs to do? Invent a toaster that basically does what you would normally do when you're making toast. As in, look at the colour of it. Hey? What? No, a toaster just goes for a certain amount of time, doesn't it? But I mean, actually look at what's in there. Actually, you know, like you put the bread in and say, I want it like medium brown, and it just looks at it and goes, that's about medium brown, and throws it out. Not, I'm going to go maximum for 35 seconds, just look at the colour of it. Exactly, an optical toaster. Everybody buy that. Thompson Boy, thank you very much. Getting close to a year of content, Trucker Chris, thank you. A transparent toast. Yeah, you'd need some transparent aluminum. Star Trek. Solving the world's problems. I try. I haven't solved it, I just identified a problem. New from JML, the Opti Toaster. Because all toasters do is when you put them down, you set the setting, and all they do is they just stay on for a given period of time and then eject. That's all. They're like really simplistic. And it relies on you kind of really looking at it and going, that's how I like my toast. Well, if I could say, I like my toast this brown, that's what you want from a toaster. Well, until we get Bigfoot, until we get one of those Star Trek, what they call replicators or something, and we can just go toast, hot, medium brown, with butter and marmalade, and it would just go psh. Until we get there, we'll have to do with a decent toaster. Handy Hammy, 15 months, join the stream and food is mentioned. Perfect. Oh yeah. Well, there you go, Handy Hammy. Have a piece of cake, mate. There's one banana piece left. There's one slice of banana left, Handy Hammy. Oh, wait. No, there's not. You can't have that one now. That's gone. Too late. You'd love a replicator. Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't love a replicator? I'd be like... Gold block, 5 kilos. Yep. There's another $250,000. Rolex watch. Special 1968 Oyster Edition. Who wouldn't want a replicator? Of course money's irrelevant. As soon as if ever somebody invented the replicator, a lot of things would become instantly irrelevant. Of course they would. Wait, where is this sat-nav taking me? Why is this sat-nav telling me to... Right, finally, there we go. We've all got Rolexes who've been replicating. Yeah, I had a nice fake Rolex once. The never-ending beer glass. CMC Airboss, 45 months, thank you. And welcome back, Mr. Causer. Handy Hammy John the stream. Oh, I've done that one. So, I would say to Replicator, make me a replicator. Just to see what would happen. If a replicator can replicate a replicator and not crash, that's a good replicator. It wouldn't make the value of everything go down at all. It would make the value of everything 0. There's limited size inside the replicator. Why can't you just make a bigger one, Bigfoot? Well, yeah, have a small one in the captain's quarters, but you could make like a huge one in the cargo bay. Ex-Civ, welcome. It's like the whole thing about building a Stargate, yeah? If you manage to build a Stargate, or at least some kind of gate that you can walk through, and you come out of the other side in another gate, well, that's great, except that when you build the gate, you've then got to build another one, and you've got to take it somewhere. So somebody's got to haul that thing away so that you can actually jump through the gate. You can't just build one Stargate. You need to build 2, and you need to put them in different places. And No, I think the replicator's voice operated. If you look at Picard anyway. The replicator would get the same reaction as the 3D printer. What do you mean by that? I can't take anybody flying yet, Pat Stan, until I get my actual license back. No, I didn't actually play Star Trek Online. Keza? Thank you, sir. Yeah, I should be there next year. Don't see why not. You came off your bike the week before last, Trucker Chris. I hope you're okay. Does it take long to wait for your license? I've heard it takes between 4 and 6 weeks at the moment. It depends on how busy they are. The busiest time apparently is over summer. Well, we're not in summer now, so in theory they should be a little bit quieter, so I'm kind of hoping I'll get it back in about a month. Actually, I need to check the old map here. See if there's anywhere we need to go. Oh, that'd just be a pain going through there with a triple. That's a one way, we can't do that. Oh well. Did I lose my license? No. No. It's my flying license. I have to apply for it and then wait. I do not have a VTC. Add chat. Nope. 1 year hype, Mr. Causer, indeed. You started watching Bodyguard Noodles. You can wait till after the stream, Noodles. Cheeky. When the first gun was 3D printed, there was a thing where you would not be able to make everything you want. Yeah, but you can't enforce that, cool Patrick. Yeah, I mean you can make laws, but then enforcing them is a different thing. So if I've got a 3D printer at home, how are you going to stop me from printing what I want to print in my own home? All it does is stop you from printing and selling it. Yes, Matty, I watched it this week. That's very true. Structural integrity of a 3D printed gun is going to be shoddy. Wow, that rain. What the heck? I like the way it's spinning it down with rain, but there's only like little droplets on the window. How does that even work, look? They need to implement rain properly so it feels like it's actually hitting the windscreen. Like in RimWorld, you'd be using shoddy now for weaponry. Uh-oh. Well, you can't currently 3D print a 3D printer now. Because what a 3D printer can't do, for example, is it can't print materials. It can't print anything other than the substrate that you put into it, yeah? So whereas like a replicator would have to be able to make any kind of atom or molecule, a 3D printer doesn't do that. It just takes the stuff you put in and squirts it out and it dries and it just builds it up in layers. So it's lots of things it can't do. Wow, this weather. So you couldn't, for example, 3D print a cup of coffee. You know, it's not going to work. Not sure, Dom, if FX boom or not. Wow, we've just gone from like horrendous rain to glorious sunshine. Actually, this trailer kind of works with this truck. Looks pretty well. Yeah, you could 3D print a cup. Generally, you can print solid objects that are all built from the same material. Simplistically, that's what you can do. Benna, 50 months. Where's the time gone? Have fun and keep up the great streams. Thank you, Benna. That kid Chris Gaming for 13 months. Dave, what have you actually used your 3D printer for? You want a lathe with a laser and you want a CNC mill. You're going to need a bigger workshop, Dave. Well, yeah, Captain Flint, but where does the material come from? Made a few brackets, spacers, headset holder hooks and cable holders, soldering, helping hands, loads of things. What's the kind of break-in strain on it, Dave? Like if you was to build, you said you were making like brackets and hooks and things. Like how much stress can it take before it snaps? If you 3D printed a coat hanger, right, just like a simple hook or something like that, and then you hung a coat on it, would it snap? If you hung 3 coats on it, would it snap? Like, what kind of load can it take? I don't know, the leaky, how much. You'd have to ask Dave how much it costs.